So you would ignore maybe some aspects of the people you hired in favor of like, hey, if they've got the smarts, right? If they've got the skill set or they are really kick-ass at this or that, okay, I'll bring them on.
Yep.
And ignored some of those other things at your peril. Then moving towards, hey, looking at people more holistically in terms of, and you use the humble, hungry, smart paradigm, but also you just talked about in general, like, what is it about the people that we value and what does it mean to have a great team? I want to push it further to say, what if we began to see the goal ultimately as about people and not about the thing and the achievement or the idea? What if the thing wasn't ultimately about the incarnation of the idea, but about who? I felt like early on in my vocational career, and we think about, oh, my calling or what I want to do in life, you think of it in terms of what? I'm going to become this, or I'll accomplish this, or I'll achieve this, or whatever. And now, you're being a little bit older, realizing, no, calling, what you're going to do or become in life is about who, not what. Like, who am I going to add value to ultimately at the end of the day?
Yeah.
And who am I going to invest in my family relationships? We talked about that, but in, like, let's say I'm hiring people or I work in a team. It's about the people we're adding value for and the people we're doing that with, and I'm adding value to them as well. What do you think about that as an idea of saying, what if that was the higher, or am I just like, as a pastor, I'm like, oh yeah, that doesn't really work in the real life, EJ. Let's just stick with building great teams.
No, I actually think there's a lot of truth in that. I think it's Danny Meyer that talks about the customer is number 2. And he believes strongly the most important thing for him is to focus on his team first. Because if he gives them what they need, if he, first of all, hires the right people and then empowers them and unleashes their potential, then they will ultimately look after the end customer in a way that's remarkable. I really feel that our job as founders is to find ordinary people and unleash their extraordinary potential.